make this work, and hopefully both of these things will work effectively and will not let us down. So allow me to just take a moment right now to confirm whether we are on. This is what I'm doing. I am right now going to check whether the live, I can see it. It looks like it's live. And I'm checking the sound for quality control. Confirm. Yeah, that looks good. So let me share this. And once again, as always, I do remind us that in the event that we find ourselves in a place where the stream has disappeared, then what you want to do is go to Raising Chess Champion in Africa on YouTube, and you can find the next link, the next step therein. So the games are underway already. The game you're watching there, that is board one. On your left with white is Gong Gon, and on the right is Chitundu Limbikani, who is whom we call the push-ups master. And why we call him the push-ups master, and I hope you get to see him do the push-ups, is when he is up, then he's going to pick up something specific, some exercise, and he's going to show the world how it is done, showing us that he is not only strong in chess, but he's also strong physically. So this is what we're hoping to see as the games get underway right now. I'm going to try and bring us very shortly to see what the pairing looks like. And again, for those of us who are not well versed with how you can follow chess online, allow me to show us this. I'll just switch right now to as we keep our eyes out on the board, this is board number one. If you remember, Goni, uh, Thongong, sorry, has actually recently won pretty much the number of tournaments he has won in East and Central Africa significant. And taking note that people are underrated in Africa, in East Africa in particular, then his rating of 2195 means that we are going places chess-wise. This gentleman who's 27 years now, I believe he turns 27 this year, he is going to show people that actually from South Sudan, chess can be played. Chess is a universal language. People can speak universal, you know, uh, universally. You can speak chess language and people can understand each other no matter where you are watching from. So this is the tournament we are following today. Again, thank you for coming on board. The tournament we are following today, this is the Waridi Chess Festival taking place at Nairobi Gymkhana. And we'll now take a bit of time just to see, we'll take a bit of time now to see what the other boards look like. We'll take some time to um, run through some of the boards that we have. Let me see if I can pull that up for you as well at this moment. Let's see if I'm able to pull up some of those boards so that we are on the same page even as we follow. So if I bring that up on your board, this is the current position in board number one. And I think Chitundo has gone into a bit of a think, maybe an early surprise. This is all opening theory. Essentially, if you're watching from home, then this is, if you ever heard of the Queen's Gambit, this is a Queen's Gambit. And essentially, what White is doing is opening up for his pieces. You want to control the center, get your pieces out so the big piece can go out and find. This is why you're playing e4, e5. Actually, I think I can put this up on a bigger screen. One moment. Let me see if we can get this up on the way so that we what's going on the board? I'm trying to see both players are missing on the board. Uh, did something happen? Okay, I think both players just made their moves and stood. I think Chitundu made his moves, stood up, and right now we're having a situation where uh, Gon also did the exact same thing, but the game is continuing. For a moment, I thought that something had happened and there's a draw. The board we are seeing, this is a board between two of Kenya's toughest ladies. This is Jace Nyarwai and Julie Mutisia. Julie Mutisia is black. Both of them play the London. They understand the systems very well. And I was saying that the thing about systems is that you can almost play the same moves over and over again, regardless of what your opponent plays, except there are certain specific places where if your opponent is well prepared, then you must also be equally well prepared to know what is meant to be done. So this is why the London has become extremely popular. If you know how to play against it, you can get good positions almost always. Definitely, it is not testing to black if black knows what to do. But if you don't know what to do, then of course, black can have a really tough time in this kind of position. So here we are. We have, and I have a feeling that I've not shared the link to this broadcast. So allow me to just go ahead and do that right now. This is what I want to do as we stay with the board, as we stay with the current game. Stay with the board. All right, welcome back. I want to believe that now you are able to follow us live. If you are able to access our socials, I think maybe we'll probably also just share that on chess results. Right now, we've shared the live link. You can follow us on Raising Chess Champions in Africa. Again, every time there's a major event, keep checking the channel. We'll be keeping streams going to show you what is going on in the games. We will do our best every so often to bring as many events as possible. Kenya is making tremendous progress in the area of chess, in the area of chess broadcast. It's important for guys to raise awareness. This is why we do what we do. And right now, we are watching the board one of the championship, the festival, Waridi Chess Festival, taking place at Nairobi Gymkhana. Today is the 9th of March 2025. This is taking place in Nairobi, Kenya at the historical Nairobi Gymkhana as we speak. We'll take a tour of a couple of other boards. The board that we were looking at previously, this was Isaac, can you hear us now? No sound. Oh, come on. What do we do now? Very nice. Now they sound good. Sorry, guys. We lost sound for a reason. I'm not sure why. And sound is back. I hope. Let's just see whether it will pick up. Yeah. Okay, sound is back. All right. Great. Sorry, my apologies, guys. We lost sound for a moment. I'm not sure why that happened. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, um, Crimson Cipher. We do have some pretty extensive. Let me show you. We've put up quite an investment in the sound section. These are DJI mics that we're using in addition to Saramonic. All these things are meant to give us audio plus the big setup for it. And somehow we still weren't getting sound. And these are the technical challenges. Please do give us feedback every so often. We'll keep an eye on chat every so often as well so that we can track the situation as it is. Again, you're joining us for the 2020 Waridi Chess Festival taking place at Nairobi Gymkhana, which is a very iconic Gymkhana. Thank you, Nairobi Gymkhana, for supporting chess. This is round number 6. The board we are looking at is the current board. The live board we are seeing is board number 1. To your left on your screen, to your left, as a person watching with white, is Gong Thon, and to the right is Chitundu Limbikani. We'll go ahead and look at that board. Now we'll have a look at it and see. The board there is different. I'll go back to board number 1. Let's have a look at what's going on there. And this is the position. Currently, I think we left it somewhere. We'd seen this capture. We'd seen these moves. Actually, very interestingly, Chitundu played the best move, which was quite ideal. And maybe here he should just have castled, I think. Feel free to call me, guys. I'm not using my phone for internet in case of anything. Feel free to call me. And the Indian really, really likes black's position here. Okay, what's the difference? What's the difference between, let's have a look at it. What's the difference between this move and can this now be played? I see. Oh, this is very clever. Very clever, very clever. So this move actually avoids. I do have someone joining me just now, actually, a very important gentleman who has been fully supportive of our chess. Baba Bella, please come in if you don't mind. I have someone joining us just now, and quite exciting that is coming. So by leaving this knight, by leaving this queen here and playing a3, black allows this pawn sacrifice because now you cannot pick. Because by picking, you allow this knight to discover an attack on your queen. This is not check. And you lose this pawn, cannot castle, and white is completely winning in this position. What a nice tactic. What a nice pawn sacrifice by Gon. But in fact, the move that should have been played is this move to get out of this pawn sacrifice, which now doesn't work because it's just giving a pawn altogether. And suddenly, black would be so much better. And if you can't displace the black pieces, then the position is actually not good. The engine is recommending attacking this pawn, but I'm not sure whether it's possible. I thought you can perhaps just push the pawn, no? I think you can really. It's very interesting what is being recommended here. So I'm already seeing a bit of an issue with my machine. I do need to correct something quite quickly. Please bear with me. I have to get a bit of space. I have to get a bit of space available on my machine. I do not know what the yeah, but you need to create some space just now onto the machine for it to work effectively. And that's what we're going to try and do to get some big file deleted so that you can have some space. So I don't know what I've deleted. I've deleted something. I don't know if it's been uploaded or not, so that you can create some space for, it's a video, a stream video that I've deleted. I don't know which one it is, but it is what it is. We have to take off some of those items for us to get space. So what we are, the game we're looking at right now is a game between Gong Kon Gon. This is bond number 1, and I think we were just discussing this huge miss and that very brilliant move that was played by Gon. And what he has done is that he's displaced that knight from the f6 square, and suddenly the knight gets a very important square on f5. And this is where we are in that position, and this is why Chitundu is deep in pot for 2 reasons. Because when you castle, you're losing the pawn on d5. This is possible. Though the engine is recommending something different, what it's recommending is this sacrifice, which is ridiculous. Let's see what happens if you pick it. Wow, you just leave this. I'm not following this perfectly well. I see the idea. Okay, let's bring in a rook. Double that. Fix, moves out of the way, and there's a threat here of check. That's very hard to stop. Wow. If you move away here, for example, of course you're losing your knight back. So I don't know whether you're able to follow what was being said. This is a computer move. Don't even try such things. And the whole idea is that it's creating, this bishop was blocking the rook, and there's a knight that is pinned here. And so this rook can come in faster, having broken off that king side with, at some point, a threat of queen coming to g4 with check and mate to follow. So this is extremely difficult to defend. So if you play a natural move like this, what happens? Suddenly there's this move coming in, move the king away, and triple already. So the knight can't move, the knight is falling. And this is why you moved your bishop away, so that you can actually bring the rook in quickly and use that bishop to break that king side. So very nice sacrifice. Of course, I'm not sure that that's going to happen. But just in 2 moves. Oh, wait. What Chitundu has done doesn't seem like it's going to work. This looks very bad. You definitely don't want to play here, because then that discovery can cost you your queen. You're then forced to play somewhere like this again. And I'm not sure how you react to a move like this, perhaps. This is not a good position. This position is almost lost for white, so that's not possible. And so, and again, you cannot play king here in response to that check, because of course check here, only move, otherwise you lose your queen. And this also looks very bad. In fact, not only that, you can even play here right away. And this looks very, very bad. I'm not sure that there's any defense. I don't think there's a defense here. Yes. Maybe I'm missing something in my quick work, but let's see. Yeah. So what happens? This is what the computer is recommending. Just this move, and I think the does this. Yes. So exactly what I thought. Pin comes in, and there's no defense really to this kind of a move. Okay. Let's take this guy. And this fork happens. Oh, this is a checkmate. You can't do that. Oh, yo, yo. Then this happens. Yeah, this is bad. So it does look like Chitundu is lost. Gong had been playing so well that in this position, all of a sudden, just from this position, it's so strange how from this position, uh, black looks like they're fine, but all of a sudden, things just go south. And knight to d5 looks like a natural move, but it's a blunder because the proud bishop goes. And again, remember that you'll not take this knight with this bishop unless you have a very clear reason to do it. And here there's a very clear reason. This pawn is doing two things, defending that square and that knight, and defending this square. So here you pick, knight goes in, and this is a double attack. You're attacking a pawn on g7, you're attacking this pawn on d5, and that's a very good enough reason. Plus, you have a very important square. Landing a knight on this square is actually fatal in most instances, and I think you're going to see how fatal it is. Yeah, let's go back to live and see what has happened. Um, White is thinking, but the engine is saying +5 at this moment. The way Gong Thon has been playing, this is a done deal. Oh, I can see She Wolf of Rome, Mother of Destiny, saying sound is back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. This is if it's somebody I know, it will be great to know who it is and where you're watching from. So against Joyce versus Mutisi hasn't moved much. These two players have played probably 100 times. Some of the top two players in Kenya, ladies chess, and we sort of I'm running through because there isn't much to explain. I have a feeling this move here is definitely questionable. But I think that what White wants to do is to bring the knight out, and then bring out this rook, then bring the bishop back. So that's really what I think is happening. So I'm expecting in this position knight to g2. So basically it's piece maneuvering, but of course this knight doesn't have a very bright future. From here, where does it go? This square, this square. Anytime it lands on f4, black can decide to take it off or not. Yeah, so And I think Bonpon has found the move queen to c5. If you can go back to that board, just look at it and see what's happening. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm opening chat, so I'm able to comment on chat as well. And I've been able to put in my first comment as well, letting free speaking. Who told me there was no audio? Thank you, Crimson Cipher. Again, Pelino Isaac. It seems as if audio is off for quite some time, but hopefully that is now fully resolved and we are now okay where we are. I think we can, my honest view is we can move away from that first board because that is a done deal. We can stay on for a while to see how it ends, but it is. Yeah, and Chitundu has played rook to c6, which is a line we looked at previously. And you already saw, and Gong has played the best move, of course. Queen takes e5. And what we said is that you really cannot pick the rook, because picking the bishop, because um, the knight comes to f5, which is 4, and it doesn't seem to work very well. So what I mean is, this move can be played, but then this happens, and we said this can't happen, which is a natural move, because oopsie daisy, checkmate follows. So the only move that seems to work would be a move like this, attacking the queen, but then you lose the rook anyway, and that game is over. It resigns. And if you have to play here as well, then again you still pick here, and then now the rooks come in. You're Xing down. Look at that king. That rook is out in the corner. It's never coming into the game, and this is as good as gone. And even then, as your king moves, then there's this move, very simple threat of attacking your queen. How do you stop it? You can never stop it. I just move your queen away, and your queen is lost. So this game is finished. This game is over. I think if Chitundu resigned now, well, he can do it with a smile. I'll have lost nothing, because Okay, checking if the sound, guys. Let me know if you can hear sound at this time. Just checking in for sound at this time. Let me know if you can hear sound. Guys, okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with our audio. We keep losing audio every so often, which is quite unfortunate. We are watching the game now where, unfortunately, Chitundu Alimbikani is completely lost. Let's go back to the live position now. Let's go to the live board. And what had happened, we had looked at this position earlier where we were talking about this move, which essentially is a blunder, knight to d4. Knight to d5, a very natural move, but this move is a natural blunder because what it does, it allows this picks, and then this knight comes out to the f5 square, getting to its dream position. It's attacking a pawn on g7, and at the same time, it's attacking a pawn on d5. Here, the better evil was basically just to castle and suffer for the rest of the game, but what White Black did it, he went ahead and captured an extra pawn in the middle, picked this pawn, and that allowed a serious attack against the king. The king had one of two bad choices. Uh, the horrible looking king to f8, which allowed this move, and the even worse looking king to d7. So which allows this move. So what Chitundu did, he opted for the horrible looking king to f8, and Gongton obliged, played king to f6, sorry, bishop to h6, and that's threatening a discovery. Look at the king, looking at that king. If you play a random move, let's say even something like rook here, thinking that you can take the bishop, oopsie daisy, knight comes, it's a check by the bishop, discovered check. Whatever you do to that bishop is up to you. What's important is what this knight is planning, and the knight is planning to take the bishop, the queen next, if this is allowed. So that didn't happen. Instead, Chitundu walked out of that move. The engine had recommended here to get the queen out of the discovery path as the only move to try, but the position was still pretty bad. And just in the same way he has played, Gordon brought in his queen in the same vein, attacking the knight. This knight has no escape. If he tries to escape, there's a pawn hanging behind it on d5. The bishop really can't do much because if the bishop comes to defend, then the bishop can be attacked by the knight, and there's no other way to defend it. It's attacked two times, knight and queen. The king can't come up to defend. The knight can't come back to defend the bishop part. Then the rook picks on d5, pinning the knight, attacking it a second time. And if you defend that a second time, then already checkmate is happening because you really can't stop this. This checkmate is happening. Already the king is out of the way, and this is checkmate here. So this position was pretty bad. After after queen here, Chitundu played rook to c6, attacking the bishop. He's trying to argue that if you take my knight, I take your bishop, but unfortunately, that allows this fork, which actually is a triple fork to threaten two things. The knight is attacking the rook, it's attacking the bishop a second time, but very importantly, it's supporting a queen checkmate here. So the natural move that comes rook to d6, protecting the bishop, saving the rook, fails to protect a more important threat, which is queen to d7 checkmate. So what happened in this position actually was he picked, and the fork has happened, and Chitundu played, instead of resigning, which is a good move already at this juncture, he played bishop to f6 and allowed this move. and check has happened. And this position, um, white is a whole rook up. As I've said, if you resign in this position, you can do so with the head held up. That's what it is. So, guys, please confirm if the sound. I know we've had a bit of an issue with sound throughout this event. I'm not sure whether it's my sound card or whatever it is, but we've had an issue with sound, and that's hopefully now sorted. So I'll keep turning on my volume a little bit just to be sure that you're okay. So, guys, let's confirm if the sound. Yep, sounds like sound is good now, and the stream is quite healthy. Thank you all for all those who keep reporting to us what's going on. We are going to switch on to another board right now. Yeah, and I think I'd mentioned what the plan was for white. Yeah, very simply, he's played the moves just as we said. The idea was this is Jason Roy versus Julie Mitisia, and he basically wants to bring the knight out, bring the rook out into the game. Although I've not put my rook into this square for two reasons. Number one, it's heading nowhere as it is now. Number two, if ever this knight wants to come back, it can't get to that square. So maybe I'd make the rook a lot more active, either here or here. Most likely d1. Although one can argue that on d1 there is a possibility of bishop coming to attack it on this diagonal. Let's say this way. If we were to move our bishop, then this attack will be possible. I don't think so that it's that significant. This is what they play, and the bishop is relocating. And the move that I'm expecting now is, if it's allowed, the move that you are expecting is knight to f4. And this is where the computer is recommending this move, stop this move altogether and reduce black's options. So black or white's options. White is still quite stranded. Remember what I've said about where to play in chess in general, where you want to play in chess in general is you want to play at a place where you have an advantage or you have the potential to get an advantage. And that may not always be. So the game, the board one game is over. I think Chitundu has resigned. Chitundu has resigned. And let's see what the final position was. I think it's where we left it. And yes, he basically resigned after queen takes because he's a rook down. And there is no hope for anything else in this position. So we can see uh, that position there. No hope. and saying they'd want to sort of come in and support, chess in a big way. What are some of those ways that a partner can come and support chess now, the community that relates to what you're doing?
Number one, we really do have a shortage of chess players. Not just any sports, but we have a shortage of live transmission boards. I think as of now, Kenya has about 10, 10 boards and about four others which are individual based. So if we would have more boards, then it just creates our international, visibility that we are doing something and somebody is able to follow the games from all over the country. So I'm happy that as of now we have enough chess clocks, DGT approved chess clocks that can be run both using DGT boards and normal boards, but we still are lagging behind when it comes to digital boards. However, it's a work in progress. We're utilizing what we have at the moment. I am happy that all the boards transmitting, all of them, and thanks to Kenya organizers and the arbiters who ensure that these boards, due to their sensitivity, they are well maintained and they are working fluently, because we can now at least see a position where these boards are being used every weekend.
Okay. You've spoken a lot about DGT. What is DGT? Maybe for someone who's hearing this for the
DGT
first time.
stands for digital game technology. Now, these are boards that have been made in a way that they are able to transmit in live whatever is happening on the board. For instance, you are able to follow real life games as they are appearing on the game. You don't have to go to the particular board to watch whatever is happening. It's transmitting and everybody can follow based on the link that we shared.
Indeed, what I'm trying to do is just show that live, because this is the very possibility that we're watching this game as this is
the current position.
This is the current position on board number 2 between Leticia and Joyce Nyarai, which is quite something to see and quite something to behold.
Yeah.
I think that Joyce is planning to play f3. I don't know how good f3 is in this position, so the queen can come through and come to g2 as well. But it's a bit tricky. The position is slightly better for black. But this is a position that is this is what we have currently as we speak. Now we are the FM Steve Omer in the background. I don't know whether he knows we are live. And as Dennis goes, so thank you very much, Dennis. As I know you're going to set up for us the camera to watch the board between the ladies, so that you can watch that board live, you can watch the game live. Thank you very much, Dennis, for the kind of work you're doing.
And maybe we should challenge FM to join us in commentary.
Yes, definitely. Steve Omer, we are now joined by FIDE Master Steve Omer. Kenya has how many FIDE Masters, Steve?
Only two.
Only two FIDE Masters?
Yes.
Whoa. So if you do not know about, and I'm trying to get this to move in a way that it doesn't interfere with anything that you're doing. We do not lose anything that we are doing here. Sorry, guys, please bear with us. This is what it takes. But also for us to have a better view of the FM who's been gracious enough to join us this moment. And I just want to have, I hope that's a better view of our FIDE Master, Steve Omer. Steve, for the longest time we've had, just yourself and what's his name? Just yourself and Gateri, is it?
Yes.
FM Gateri as the two FIDE Masters in Kenya. And who's a FIDE Master?
FIDE Master is FM. Yes. I don't know how to explain.
So we have a Grand Master.
Yes, we do have a Grand
Then after the Grand Master, we have an International Master.
Yes.
Then you have the FIDE Masters.
Yes.
And the FIDE Master, I think you have to have a rating of 2300 plus at some point. Okay, that's what it is now.
Yes.
Or you have to have some performance in some event.
Yes.
And consistently. So being at that level means that you're a pretty strong player.
No, I'm not so strong. I was lucky before the rules came to those 2300 because I got it during the Olympiad. Yes.
You're representing Kenya. Which Olympiad was this?
That was in Norway, 2014. Yes.
Okay. How many times you represented the country?
As a player, I've represented the country twice. That was 2010. I was in Kantimansisk. and then 2014 I was in Norway.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. What is your view of the juniors right now? What is your view of the junior situation as we speak right now?
Chess has really developed. We are seeing that the juniors they are doing so well to an extent whereby they've forced us into retirement.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Are you coming back to chess?
Not really, not anytime soon.
Mhm.
Yes,
Don't you miss it?
I miss it, but
Mhm.
sometimes to combine chess and family is a bit tricky.
Mhm.
Yes,
I do agree. I am a family man myself. I
yes.
get to see how complicated it is. And even now, as you're trying to make this live stream, guys, do please keep commenting as well as we try and make this work. Like even as we try and make these live stream events kind of work adequately, the issue remains that we have to make a choice. For us to commentate, we cannot play. If we play, we cannot commentate. We either choose to have our cakes or we choose to eat those cakes. And at this juncture, I don't know if this is eating the cake or having the cake, Steve. I don't know what it is we're doing right now. If we opt to rather than play, we are choosing to commentate and sit in this booth with you at this time and look at the position. What's your view?
Okay, I'm trying to study to understand the game.
Mhm.
Yes, to know.
You're studying chess.
No, I'm looking at the position,
This current
the
position.
current
Yeah,
position.
this is a position between Julie Mutisi. I think doesn't look very complex. Still a lot of play in.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe tell us from an FM's position. Viewers can't see it. I was just adjusting that a little bit so that it becomes sort of a better view where we can be having this conversation. We can see our guests, but you can also keep track of the board so that you don't lose activity. I'm also going to figure out as a way to add a small board on the side so that we can have a view of the live screen on the side so that we can actually see what's going on while we still have the presenters also on the board.
Okay. In terms of material, it's even, but I can.
Yeah, let's give the FM a chance to show us his prowess. Why is an FM? What? How is this? Is positional understanding. What is your view?
Okay. My view, I feel white is slightly better
Why is white better?
because white is putting pressure on at e4.
Mm, hmm.
That's what I.
Yeah, there's a potential that E4 will become weak actually at some point, and actually it is already weak.
Mm.
That wasn't the position earlier. I think black had a lot of space. Yeah, it's an interesting situation now. There's some pressure on E4, but it's dynamic pressure. I think that it may not amount to much. I'm just wondering whether, yeah. Interestingly, you really can't just triple easily. Let's see.
Because I'm looking at
What move are you seeing for white?
yeah, something like that. But you see, white also has to, after black has played rook e7,
Mhm.
uh, definitely black is intending to double the rooks.
Yeah.
And though I could have preferred we look at it without this computer.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now white has to, of course, start thinking, planning on how to get e4. And maybe that's why, maybe I was privileged to see what the,
Eugene was recommending.
yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to see
The idea is, let's say e5 and then knight,
if I what do you mean?
like d5, sorry,
If I
d5. When they double the rooks,
mm,
then now you play knight. Yeah.
must you play king here?
And then now you push the pawn f3. No, f3 is
Yes, I think because the threat is f3. If you don't play here, then f3 is possible, I think.
Yeah,
Yes, so that's how I was recommending.
f3.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering whether this doesn't work.
It
Just
doesn't
measure
work
this.
when the knight is at d2.
Yeah, interesting.
Mm.
Interesting. Wow.
But now
Great.
let's say if the king after all that, if the king was to move to f8, then okay, king
Mhm.
is f3 still a
Possibility?
yeah, because now you are looking at endgame with the pawn structures out.
But then you could argue that.
Then you pick. No, you can't pick first because queen is fine.
Yeah, you have to. Sorry, there's a tripod on my way. I can't see the board
Oh,
clearly. Some.
so let's say if
Oh, then in this case,
then queen takes,
then it's not possible. Then this is
it's
really
not
bad
possible.
because this pawn structure is terrible
Yeah,
for black. Yeah. Okay. I think the computer will be very sad for that.
but let's see, pick. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this becomes
Mm,
knight. Guys, unless we can move that screen a little bit to the side, so we can both see it clearly. Great. All right. So it is what it is. I think. Thank you very much, FM Steve. It's been a pleasure having you. Let's keep track of the game.
yeah.
And thank you for enabling me during your time. I've added this new layout, and this layout I think is a little bit better than what we had before. We can keep track of the board, but at the same time, you can see what's going on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have that we can get the camera move. I may have to move it myself. Uh, please bear with me as we ensure that we get you the best view of an active board at the moment. Oh, this is the reason it's not showing is because it's frozen. There we are. We actually have the correct board. We had a bit of a freeze, and we actually see now the ladies there. To the left is Jason Roy. To the right is Matisia Julie. Can't quite make out the time situation. And
No, the played king.
let's see if we can get to the live position. That we are getting the live feed. Yeah, remember that Joyce doesn't have access to the computers,
No.
so she may not know exactly what's going on. It's an interesting move that's being recommended. What happens if this move were what we played? Let's just see. Let's follow this engine still. This you do not pick. If you pick,
Queen they can take with the queen. Because if they take with the knight, the pawn is falling. Oh,
that's what I was trying to understand, but it's not the case. Are you seeing? Picks the rook. Oh, that guy's pinned. How nasty. Very nasty people. Oh, sorry, guys, you cannot see what you're looking at. Let me just show you that. Sorry. This is what we are looking at just now. We are looking at these moves. And yeah, we were wondering, the engine was recommending this move, and we're wondering, wait, what happens if this is done? And we thought that if you pick here, then leave the knight undefended, the pawn undefended, but this loses a piece like this, an exchange at least, because this must be played. And this kind of position is, yes, white has some compensation, but definitely they've lost an exchange. And the reason why the rook can't move, if you move the rook back in this position,
I just take the
then of course takes the queen, and this other rook is hanging at the far end. All right, FM Steve, we have to let you go. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you around, and looking forward to you supporting more and more. I'll take this. Thank you so much, sir. Asante sana. Have you seen Namehul? Is he around?
I'm not seeing it.
Thank you. All right. Thank you. We'll try and get Mehul, the showstopper. Mehul has always been a constant feature in our streams, and hopefully we can get him on board, which would be a good thing for us as well today. So we are trying to, we have to keep moving our camera a little bit to better frame the people who are joining us, who are able to come in, and hopefully we can get better and better at this. The position, live position, what we are seeing on the board. Let me see where we are. Yes, 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 guys. We are joined by Chitundu Limbikani. We actually, what a privilege to meet the strong player himself coming in just now. Give me a moment as I bring this view up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, sir. I'm glad you remembered to come. We had a chat before the talk, and yeah, the camera, we're gonna twist it a little bit here. Unfortunately, we have to bear with some movements, and I'm trying as much as possible to avoid touching our sound card because that creates a problem with the sound. Let me just be sure that we still have sound. Give me a moment, please. Let me just be sure we still have sound. Yeah, so we have sound, and we don't just have sound, we have the push-up master himself, Chitunduli Makani. We've been making fun of you on this stream. We've spoken about grandmasters, international masters, FIDE masters, candidate masters, and PUMs, push-up masters. Tell us a bit about.
Ah, that's a good one. I didn't know they're calling me that.
Yeah, so it's something we are building up, and
Ah,
look, you had a fairly interesting game.
yeah.
How far was your opening prep in this one?
No, yeah, actually, I didn't expect him to play this Catalan line.
Mhm.
I thought he's going to go for, the Queen's Gambit decline, develop the knight. And yeah, my idea was just basically go for the Slav.
Mhm.
And if it gives me the opportunity, like the pawn, I was going to take it. Yeah.
So this,
Yeah, the
Mhm.
idea was I'm going to take it. I didn't want to close in the bishop there,
Mm.
but that is ideally, if you want to play something that is slow, you develop the bishop too. That's how you usually play the Slav.
Mm.
But yes, so he didn't play the knight there, did
Mm.
he? I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
is what we expect him to
Oh
play.
yeah, that's what I was expecting him
And
to
yeah,
play.
I think there used to be a line I used to like playing myself here. We would probably play the bishop.
No, no. In my case, I usually like to capture.
Oh, you like capturing?
Yeah, so just capture and then I develop my bishop later.
Okay.
Yeah, so usually I capture and then if he plays
Mm.
f4 and then I develop my bishop. Yeah,
Okay.
just keep the bishop over there. This pawn is eventually going to fall, so I don't usually bother with it. But there's cases where if someone delays,
Mhm.
you can defend the pawn.
Yeah.
Like you saw what I did in my game.
Mhm.
So yeah,
So again, remember what we said. We spoke about this, that the Slav is like the queen's gambit, but the bishop is free to move, and this is what you had in mind actually.
yeah. I thought if he doesn't develop the knight,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm going to bring the bishop out because it's an idea that I usually like.
Mhm.
It's not the strongest, but I like it because it takes people out of prep.
Maybe you can show us if you just
Yeah.
right click on right
Yeah.
click and move. You can
All right.
draw arrows, then we can figure out.
All right. So basically here the idea was because I played a game in which I had played queen here after capture.
Mm.
After capture b1, bishop captured b1, I played the queen here, which was a bit dubious. But because I was playing against someone that wasn't
Highly
so
rated.
strong, yeah, I was like, it's possible. And then I just tried to maneuver here. After they capture, I capture a2. And then after that, if they try to threaten me, I capture that. And I do not have an advantage. Basically, if they come, the idea is because they have to come here. to defend it. So this rook is going to be defended.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the idea is here where they can actually try to press on my b pawn,
Mhm.
and then they capture it, and then I'm going to develop. So in actual sense, it's a bit hard for black to play, but I'll have this pass pawn. So my opponent needs to be very accurate for them to maximize on the advantage. So I was like, oh yeah, let me.
I think it's best we show the world what Chitundu is speaking about here. So, like, for example, in this position, after this move, and I'm curious why you didn't play it, because this is what you're saying.
No, not right now.
Not right now. It doesn't work.
Yeah. I played. No. In this case, because it's different. The other, my opponent didn't play. Oh yeah.
Something. This is what I'm understanding.
After this, so there is a line. There's a line where you can trap your. So like you see the eval. It's in white's favor. Yeah. Yeah. This is the line, and there is also another line where, if you take this pawn, there's a line where you can trap your queen. After this mover, yeah. So whatever your opponent is going to play, you just push the pawn should work.
Pushing the pawn works.
Yeah, pushing the pawn. What does white call?
No,
Yeah.
there's an F.
Oh yeah. So just basically you beat down an exchange. Right? So
there's a
this
better move here. Let me see. It's like
castling.
castling. Okay.
Oh, basically it's just saying that you can still have that. Oh yeah. Actually, after this, yeah, this still comes. Oh yeah. And then I have to take that, and then
Take the queen.
queen takes. So which is similar, but I feel like this is a bit better. Because the queen can be developed, but it's similar. So basically, black is saying, I've given you my queen, but I have too much queen side initiative. Yeah, so the idea is develop the knight and then start pushing these pawns. And then here, hopefully your opponent takes here, and then you just solidify these pawns so that you have about 3 passes.
It's interesting that if you try to attack the queen here without castling first, then the equation is actually perfectly equal. And I'm quite curious to see how that works. So you're saying, is it in this position? Was it?
Yeah.
And then this move, and then so here, look at that move. Black is actually better by giving up the queen.
Oh, I think the reason as to why he's saying that is because you see,
your pieces are locked
yeah, and you don't have the a file. I mean the b file. So because the queen can now you see the pawn is blocking. But if the pawn was on c4, the idea is that you can double up, you can even bring the other rook, and your rook is not participating. Yeah. So I feel like that's why it's important that you castle first, because the queen is still going to be there. Yeah, it's not going to run away. So just ensure that you keep the king, the queen there, you castle first, and then you push the pawn. That's one of those moves where like where's the queen going to go? It doesn't have any good moves. So the idea is, though, if you take her, if you go into this variation, let's check out this variation, right? So then there is also this variation. So there is this variation which is it's better for white, but he needs to prove why it's better. So here the knight just develops. So after knight develop, pawn push, and then you develop your bishop.
It's interesting what you're saying, that in this position, if white doesn't know why he's better,
Oh yeah.
eventually what is left is just this guy.
Yeah.
Who's going to walk?
Exactly.
Who's going to walk through and just prove in the end game that actually an asset pass pawn.
Yeah, because once you allow me to castle at this point, once you allow me to castle, and I'm not losing anything, I'm just I'm way better. Exactly. I'm a pass pawn up. Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to. So that's why I was going for, but it's not recommended. It's usually dubious. So I thought about that, and I was like, you can still play a variation of that. Because I was playing against Gong, and is stronger than my opponent that I played.
Previous opponent.
So because that was my first game actually, I lost badly that game because I don't know what happened that game, honestly. I was about to lose, but my opponent was just scared, so they offered me a draw.
Then you accepted the draw.
I mean, if not for the draw, I was losing badly. My opponent had like a 10-point advantage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And why did they accept the name is scary, Chitundu, right?
Perhaps.
Or you did some push-ups.
No, he didn't.
All right. So if you go on this game, because
so I saw this move, and I was like, okay, it's because you see, just puts the knight like this is a
Offside.
Western move. This is a Western move. So I was like, can I capitalize on that move? Because initially my idea was to capture that. I wanted to play this, but then it doesn't allow for me to capture, because we can also capture there, and then this pawn will no longer be putting pressure on the C pawn. So I was like, all right, I can just take the knight
Mhm.
as initially intended,
Mhm.
yeah, and then after rook takes, and then I can take the pawn. Yeah, so it's equivalent. Have you seen? But I have an advantage. So he has to for him, he has to waste another move coming back. And I was like, this is good for me because now it gives me enough time to actually push the pawns. Yeah. So after e4, I was like, because here's the idea was I saw after a knight takes, yeah, there's knight here, and if I try to chase away my knight, there
Yeah,
is,
this,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this check.
So I saw this and I'm like, okay, this would be lethal for me because I can't, even if I push that, there is a check, and then yeah, yeah. That's I'm just losing a rook because after exchange, I'm like, no, no, that's not good. But if I had castled and they had played that, I would have probably captured the pawn because then it's just a little bit too late. So at this point, I'm thinking, I need to castle, I need to castle, I need to castle. Yeah. So yeah. In this position, he yeah, I was expecting queen here. The idea was after this pawn push, this pawn is going to be left vulnerable. So I
Yes.
thought about it and I was like, because my idea initially was to push, and I also had ideas of queen to a5, and then I push the pawn and then I solidify it with the b pawn, and then this just remains as a weakness. And then also I was thinking of pushing this and then bring my bishop there. So now I have a diagonal that I'm controlling, and this becomes a bit of a weakness because now I can infiltrate and put more pressure on it. So that is my whole plan. That's what I'm thinking all this time. So after I place the queen there, I'm like, oh yeah. So I need first to defend the pawn because I don't want to leave a weakness. So I defended the pawn.
That's
and then-
interesting, but then you
yeah. Because I know he's pushing is waiting to push this pawn. Because once I allow him to push this and he's able to retain back the pawn, I feel like I would be disadvantaged a little bit because the whole point, the reason as why I have an advantage right now is because I have that extra pawn. So once he allows me to push it and I'm able to defend it, now I know I'm winning at that
So
point. That's just the first
push
point.
at this juncture. What do you do?
I just push.
And then the queen cannot take. Right?
Yeah.
Because this queen
Yeah,
is
yeah,
still
yeah,
defending.
yeah, yeah. So you see,
Understood, yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, but in that other case, he would have had this other pawn as well. So I need first to defend it so that I ensure that everything is just solidified, and then
we were discussing during the stream that one of the ideas actually is not just that, it's just that you're getting a bishop as well.
Oh yeah, I'm also yeah,
So
exactly.
that, you might rook off that
Yeah,
diagonal.
exactly.
So there's a concrete line as well. And
Yeah,
also
yeah.
very
So I
nice.
thought about that. At this point, I really considered castling because I'm like, there's nothing that is happening in the center. This pawn is solidified. So all that I can do is just castle. And then this pawn push, I thought about it. Then I was like, oh, I can just bring my knight here. This idea really, really stuck to me. I'm like, okay, I can bring my knight there. I can bring my knight there. Even that's when, then when in that position, I still brought my knight there because I was like, yeah, but then it wasn't good. Yeah, because it's just to me, I'm like, okay, I can bring my knight there, right?
And I think castling here would have been such a nice because then
Yes.
what does black do?
Nothing. White cannot do anything.
White, sorry, what does white play for this? Yeah,
He doesn't have any good moves. I'll probably this, and then I bring my knight, like I said, to t5, and then the ideas of bringing the knight to.
There's a very important thing I learned in chess, and listen carefully if you're watching. If you look at the masters games, one of the things they do is in places like this, they make what are called improving moves. Like the person who has more moves to improve generally is better. So instead of going to attack or threaten anything, they start with moves like this. Basically, it improves my position. Okay. White has an improving move here. This is a very nice improving move. I was thinking of this as a possibility, but what are the other improving moves? You can think of mobilizing your pieces at some point.
No, I thought about that move, but then I didn't like it because it gives a bishop. It prevents the knight from jumping in, but it gives the bishop a nice square where it can attack. So in cases where I wanted to sacrifice something, yeah, you can easily sacrifice there.
Or
So
this- this one.
I need to restrict my pieces to defending that pawn, which is okay. But then I thought, I think it should be. I think the computer should be suggesting this move at some point.
Yeah.
Bringing the queen to f5. So what that does is it now allows it puts pressure on him so that there was that, and then I can now push. So
Okay.
after if it brings the knight, that's the move that I was expecting. So if he brings the knight there, I'm pushing h6, and then the knight has to come back. So that would be, and then I push. So that would have been my idea.
and your plan is if I play a random move, let me just play a very bad move for, then
Oh
you're
yeah,
thinking of just
yeah, yeah, and that is winning for me. I have a pass pawn. So all these three pieces or four pieces are going to remain defending that pawn. And I'm like, at this point, I have a good position.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been chilling at this point. But yeah,
You'd have
so
been chilling.
yeah, and then here I thought about it, and I took the queen move. I thought about the queen move,
Mhm.
and I think what I did not
See.
no what I had, like, you see, the thing that I was telling you, I'd already calculated the knight coming here. But in this particular case, it does not work. The reason is that very simple, because now after bishop takes, what he played. Yeah. And I'm like, that doesn't work. And I feel like after this point, because I have an advantage right now.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I have a 1 point minus 1 point advantage. So I'm thinking about queen coming to b6, and I'm considering it. I'm like, okay, that holds everything. But then I'm like, okay, I don't just want to leave this pawn, because I also have ideas of bringing the queen here. What I initially said, right? Yeah.
So
But
queen
you
to
see,
b6 doesn't really allow your queen. You'll move your queen twice.
yeah. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, let me just push the pawn so that that is allowed. But after pawn push, my position it wasn't that bad, because if I'd considered the implication of that other move, I would have easily seen knight coming in, because I saw it at first, but then I was like, okay, there is nothing. Yeah, I saw that, and then I saw the knight beforehand, calculated for it, and then I just don't know what happened here. I think I rushed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because notice this. Notice after I bring my knight to g4, yeah, I'm attacking that, and then he would, this would be his best move. And then at this particular moment, I just take away my queen, and then after this capture, the king cap, and then the rook comes, and then I artificially castle.
Let me show the guys what we are saying. So we are saying this is what you're looking at. The
Yeah, and then queen come out after takes,
and later on the rook is going to come here and
artificially castle.
yes.
But there are also ideas of him pushing here. I saw this idea and I was like, okay. But I had not calculated too much into this. So when he played this, I think I even I didn't take too much time to consider this, because I was like, okay, I had already calculated for this and it works. But in this particular case, it doesn't. So I was just supposed to be a little bit more patient with that, and just taking time to think.
And why it doesn't work actually is that this pawn break looks very nice. This pawn break, but what it does, it not takes away knight to completely. Because if you were to try the same thing, let's say in let's make a different move. Let's make a different move. Say this. Where was this knight? Let's without this. Let's see. Let's just make random moves to explain this. Now, when this is now you don't have this way.
That would have been solid.
Yeah, this would be very.
He doesn't. He literally doesn't have anywhere to
he
doesn't have anywhere to penetrate.
Yeah, and this is
So that is. I thought about that, and I think so I think I was just in my mind where I was like, okay, I've already covered that. Actually, I thought about the knight coming here, and then the idea of the knight coming here. Let me see. The idea was after I push, now the bishop can come and take here.
But why is the knight there?
Huh?
Why is the knight?
Yeah, and also I'm also preparing for ideas of and then pushing the pawn. Right. So I had all these ideas, and I'm like, okay, this is still good for me. And it also allows for me, I'm attacking this pawn as well. Also, not in this particular position.
I think the next place we're gonna check is just here to understand. Sorry guys, let's go back and look at another board so that we can also keep track of what's happening in the lady side, so that we can have an idea of that position as well. As okay, no problem. Let's keep this. So in this position, the next position, just so that we can also catch up with the ladies. This move. Why knight takes e5? As
here I feel like I miscalculated. Yeah. Even at this point, I just castle, I give back the pawn, and I'm okay. Right? The disadvantage is not that much. Right? Like I'm like, I don't know what happened. I just saw it, and I'm like, okay, if my queen comes, my king comes here, and then I was supposed to hold this square so that the queen doesn't penetrate, and then I hold this pawn. If I push this pawn and I push it, it's done.
Oh,
it's done. So I'm like, I wouldn't want to lose this pawn, because if in the case where it passes through, it penetrates like it doesn't get captured, I have a pass pawn that is just completely winning. Because at this point I have two pass pawns, because after I exchange these two, they're going to just be one at c3 and that one
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So at this point, I would have easily.
So what you're looking for just two moves. You're looking for two moves to play
Okay.
d4
Yeah,
and d3.
that was up chess. So here's a variation that I also saw. Right. So after I play here, this is the move that I play if I no.
You picked them.
I picked, yeah.
Mhm.
I picked, oh
Mhm.
yeah, so that, because this will be hanging. After this, that, I saw bishop here, and then queen. I saw the queen moving, but the move that I saw was queen coming here. And then the knight has to come back, and then I go back. But then I'm like, okay, that is not so comfortable,
Mm.
right? But yeah, I feel like if I had seen this, it would have been so much better. Because even the disadvantage is much bad, but at this point, I'm like, okay,
That
yeah.
position is that one. Everything else Chivito by has been quite impressive. I'm quite happy to hear your thought process because it's very unusual and it's actually the correct way to think. And I think that if you're a little bit more careful tactically as well, then I can understand why you're winning the games you're winning. I think Gon didn't give you any breathing space here, and after this now,
Yeah, actually, here, I didn't see the bishop drop back. Because here I'm just, I'm losing. So here I'm thinking I'm losing. So here I didn't see the bishop drop.
there is no move. This one is lost already.
Yeah. So here, bishop drop back. I didn't see it, but I'm still losing the knight.
Yeah, losing
And
the knight.
here I also saw there's an idea that I saw, but it didn't work. So I think it was at this point I'm losing.
Yeah, this is.
But
But again, see, maybe
the-
losing
the-
is on the computer. So computer
yeah.
losing is not a.
No, but okay, let me switch off the engine just so here I thought of bringing my bringing this, but then I saw this was hanging. So I was thinking, is there a possibility of me playing the queen without this hanging? So now this is when it takes it back to this point, I thought of just playing the queen immediately coming there, right? So after that, so this was the variation. I thought if he comes here, which is it's playable, but then he would lose that, and then that.
But what if he takes a rook?
Yeah. So the idea was so if he comes here, I pick that, and then if he picks the rook, the king picks that. Yeah, and then this is I can hold this. It's going to obviously pick that.
Take pieces for a rook.
Yeah. But this is holdable. Yeah. So because now I'm even threatening that he cannot pick this, so he has to return. So I'm thinking, okay, he has to take his queen somewhere. So obviously take it back here at f5. But then I'm thinking, okay, this is playable because now it allows me enough time to bring my okay, now perhaps defend.
Queen maybe queen e6.
Yeah. Queen e6, and then after that
we can make the moves. Queen.
Queen. So I thought this that, and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. Right?
Yeah, this actually may even be better, is it?
Let me just check.
It may even be better for black. Black is.
Oh yeah, black. Yeah.
Yeah, black is.
So I thought about this, and I'm like, it's possible.
Let's see what the gap was in that line. What was the idea? So this. Oh,
yeah.
that's a blunder.
Yeah. So he needs to bring back the knight.
Nice, bring back.
And then I go back. Yeah, I go back to the center. Then take. Okay, also take is good, but I thought you'd bring the rook the other side.
Okay.
And then I actually saw that idea. I'm like, I bring the rook up, and I'm like, but is this all right?
Does this?
No, I just exchange, and then the same idea that we're talking about. Yeah, even pawn push or queen comes up. They are threatening.
Yeah, over here.
Okay, that doesn't work actually. I need to open up. Yeah, I need to open up. As I'm defending the knight, I open up for the king to have a breathing space so that I can rotate the rook. Yeah,
this.
Yeah, that would be better.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you, boss. So what's next? Tough loss. I think the position just crumbled suddenly. I think after 2 or 3 moves, which is very good.
Yeah, no, like maybe I should have relaxed a little bit, especially when I had an advantage. Yeah, like I should have just relaxed a little bit and been like, okay, I have an advantage. Let me castle, castle, and then just put more pressure on it. Because I think that's something that happened in the other game. I attacked too quickly, where I'm like, oh, I don't want to give my opponent any breathing room. But then in that particular case, I'm also creating some weaknesses in my position that does not allow for me to maximize on the opportunity that comes, because my pieces are going to be misplaced. Like look at my rook, so misplaced.
Chitundu, now I've come to understand one of the challenges professors have. People who are commenting, pronouncing the name right. Now I'm reading Limbikani. Is that correct?
Yeah, Limbikani is right.
What does it mean?
It means strength.
Strength. Oh, strength. So strong on chess, strong physically. And actually, I must tell you that this summary, this evaluation of your game, this is one of the strongest ways. This is one of the strongest. This is one of the strongest, commentaries I've ever held. You're a very strong commentator. I'm very happy with the analysis of your position, how you've analyzed it, and I think those watching at home are as well. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. I think the last question I'm going to ask you, then we let you go, is your push-ups.
Oh, I feel like it's a reset. You know, when like when you're on the board and then you start seeing like something cloud is happening. You know, like your face is heavy, like you're trying to look at the board and then the moves are just not visible anymore, right? So it's like similar to just taking a breather. Just go take a walk and be like, okay. But in my case, I like doing push-ups. Yeah, because it helps with the mind, like it takes the pressure off my mind. Yeah, so it just helps me relax and calm down. Yeah, so that I can actually focus on the game. Yeah, because I don't want to start seeing things that are not on the board. But you see what happened in that particular case? I feel like I should have relaxed a little bit there.
You should have done some push-ups.
I did before, yeah, but I feel like I should have just relaxed a little bit because I tried to play a little bit quickly. And in that particular case, because I was like, okay, I have an advantage. Right? But I should have just relaxed because in most of my games, if you notice, I was having like 1 minute on the clock. My opponent has an hour.
Yes.
But I'm checkmating them, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. So usually you just want to be a little bit more relaxed. And yeah, I feel like if I was just a little bit more relaxed, I would have performed a bit better.
Okay.
Yeah. Because even I think I played him last time, and similar thing happened where there was a move that was giving me an advantage. Yeah, I was going to have like a 1.5 advantage. And then similar thing happened where, you know, like the move just instead of just playing a regular move that just helps you capitalize on everything and you just stabilize, you equalize the position and all that. Just I was like, no, I cannot play that because in 3 moves I did not see one follow up, which affected me badly. But yeah, that was that. I feel like I need to work on that bit.
Okay. Chitundu, we are very grateful to have you. Thank you for the progress. I think you're working a lot on your chess. Listening to your explanation of your opening preparation is quite important. And it seems you've worked quite a lot at your chess. I think it's not by fluke that you are where you are, and you're looking forward to many great things from you. It's been a tough loss, but you've had a good tournament, and I think there are many more to come. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Asante sana. This has been Chitundu Limbikani. We'll remember the name. He's from that analysis, I can tell you for sure he's going to do many great things. Of course, he needs to pay attention to the tactics a little bit more, and perhaps continue working. Of course, he's just not enough time. How old are you now? Well, that shouldn't ask you that on stream.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
2024.
24.
Yeah.
And that means he has many, many years of chess. Yeah. All the best. And look. So we'll go back to the board. This is board number 2, where we're having the 2 ladies playing. This is Sasha, Sasha Joyce Nyarwai playing together with Joyce Nyarwai playing with Julie Mutisia, the 2 tough ladies. Let's see what the position looks like. Let us just go to the board, their board. This is their board. I think we left it at this stage. At this stage, this was the position, and suddenly white seems to have timed the tide a little bit. And what's the time situation right now? I think 19 and 27. A moment, guys, as I.
but some other.
Okay, so we'll very quickly just join in. We're being joined by one of our players. This is Ombola Wong. Let me see if I'm able to get us. Ombola is here. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Were you playing the tournament?
Yes, I was playing.
How many points?
Yeah, I performed, but I didn't expect this. Maybe 3 points.
3 points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't expect this.
What was the expectation?
My expectation always is to perform above average. Like if I've done like 4,
Mhm.
that's okay for me. Like the good way to go.
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Uh,
Getting like 3 points of which I've got,
mm,
I'm not contented with it.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've represented the country in the PWD events, and how has that been? Tell us a bit about this.
Hey. People are strong outside. We need to pull up our socks.
Mhm.
Yes.
Let me help you this a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
Mm,
okay.
mm,
Thank you for it.
mm.
You know.
Yeah, there was a time, I think 2 years ago, we were really expecting you to challenge Saddam in the title for the PWD quite a bit. Then you've sort of gone under a little bit. What's been happening?
Hey, as I see, chess in training needs some like training equipment, resources.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I didn't have those enough resources for training,
Hmm.
but I'm trying to get back.
Hmm.
Yes,
So we can look forward to great things.
of course.
All right, all right.
Hivi
So,
karibuni, soon,
okay.
soon. So,
Maybe your take on this position, if you can, is anything that strikes you?
by the way, I played against Julie. She was yesterday.
Mhm.
I don't know. Is
How
she
did
play?
that go?
Apparently, I lost.
You lost?
Julie is a strong player, by
Yeah.
the way.
Hmm.
That's a fact.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Julie, if you're hearing, I think we agree with that comment. You are
Yeah.
a strong player. And that is, as Wambola Wong says, it is a fact. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We will take a small break as we leave you watching the event. We are going to take a very small break and then come back in about this is Joyce Nyarwai, Julie Mutisia, top two ladies. Let's watch how it goes. So we are privileged now to be joined by one of the youngsters in Kenyan chess. One of the youngsters in Kenyan chess, Bella Nashipai. Bella Nashipai was playing in this event. Bella, allow me to mic you. There we go. And I think I remember Bella from a situation where we had uh, how can I call it, Bella? My daughter Tello was playing against you very early on in Sarit Center.
Yeah.
And you had quite you had can I say the demeanor to support, and she really felt supported. You were patient with her, you were helping her to move her pieces.
Yeah.
And you've come quite some distance now, Bella, in the fact that you are and especially in the last year, Bella, you have done exceedingly well. What's behind this?
Okay, it's just training. I put a lot of effort in training,
Mhm,
and I believe in myself also.
mhm. There's a time that the first name that would come in, there were two players I sort of knew, or three players. There was Abel Taji, Banis, and yourself.
Yeah.
And then you seem to have taken a bit of a step away from chess for a short while. What was happening there?
Oh yeah, I was training, so I didn't come for any tournament that time. I was just training.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I also know that you're a star skater.
Yeah, I do skate.
Style skating or speed skating?
I do both.
Both.
Yeah.
And you represented the country, or you were in the national team at some point in skating?
Yeah, I'm in national team.
How do you balance all these things?
Okay, I have like a timetable, let's say.
Mhm.
So on the weekends, I'd go
Mhm.
for skating.
Mhm.
And then during school days, that's when I'd have like after school, I'd have time to do chess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You've been consistent. The last 3 or 4 tournaments I've been watching, you've had some very good results. What's the most notable result you can think of at this juncture?
Um. Okay, I think maybe the tournament, okay, the Kimbari tournament that was held here.
Mhm.
I got I got maximum points, and I
Wow.
was position 1.
And you're playing against?
Yeah,
Whom are you playing against? It was what kind of tournament? Was it a ladies open,
it
juniors
was mixed.
mixed? Yeah.
Yeah, elite
All
was
like
mixed.
it was even the ladies section.
Yeah,
All the ladies were open to play, and you
yeah,
won all your games.
yeah.
And in this tournament, this is an open tournament. How many points did you finish with?
I finished with 4.
4 out of 6.
Yeah,
With the likes of Bonthon, Panchol, all these guys, you have a 4.
yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. How long do you practice?
Like 3 to 4 hours a day.
3 to 4 hours a day. Wow. If you do that consistently, Bella, no doubt you're going to go places.
Yeah.
It already shows in your chest, and I hope we'll report more and more of your progress. What's the plan? What's your plan going forward?
Okay, my plan is okay, to go out of Kenya to
Mhm.
play chess
Mhm.
if I get the chance to,
Mhm.
and then maybe soon become a WGM.
Yeah, I think that's a very good plan. You know what? I'm going to upgrade your ambition a bit
Yeah,
from WGM to GM. I think it's going to happen if you continue practicing as you are,
yeah,
because you have a good head on your shoulder, supportive dad. Your dad has been quite, Mr. Kello, he's been quite supportive even for us in our channel. I hope that wherever he is, he'll hear us and just put a like, because whenever you create chess content, one of the first parents to go and comment is your dad,
yeah,
and we do appreciate your father, and he's raising a brilliant daughter.
yeah.
Maintain your discipline, keep working, be the best that you can be, and we're rooting for you.
Thank you.
Anything you want to tell any of the children, your friends watching at home, anybody else?
I'd like to tell them to keep playing chess
Mhm.
and practicing, and soon they'd reach a point where they did not think they'd reach there.
Thank you, Bella. Pleasure having you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Guys, that's Bella Nashipai. Remember the name. Some of these names you're hearing them for the first time, but the names you're going to hear about for the next many, many, many years. How old are you now, Bella?
I'm 13.
13 years old. So you can see the next 20 plus years, if something doesn't derail this plan, then we are going to have a lot of positive stories to speak about on Bella. So we are back to the board. What you're watching right now, that is a game between Jace Nyarwai and Julie Mutisia. The position has changed quite a bit from the time we last watched it. And Jace has won a pawn. And it's a pretty, no, she hasn't won a pawn, but the position is quite um, different, that she has this outside A pawn, the pawn, H pawn, sorry, and that pawn can become quite strong. The pawn structure for black is completely is not the best actually, and there's a possibility that they're going to end up with 2 pawn islands. There's a double pawn sitting on F5. There's a very weak square on F4, and this doesn't look very, very good right now. I'm wondering whether what Julie can play. The time situation is not flattering. It's 14 minutes versus 15 minutes. This is one of the last games going on. And so we will pay attention to this board a bit later. Let's look at another game that you should have been paying attention to. The game between Panchol, James Madol, and Abel Taji. And in this position, I think Panchol has won. Let's see how that happened. I think we looked at it last when it looked like everything was being exchanged. And oh yeah, Panchol got free move in the center, and so far so good. There's nothing special to write home about. Just bringing his pieces in. Yeah, there's really it's kind of strange to find that Abel Taji, the kind of move I'd probably not play is move that knight rook away from that open file. I'll
Yeah.
probably bring that the rook into this file. Bella. Yeah, and this square is kind of the e5 square becomes e4 square becomes a very nice Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, it's a good atmosphere.
A good outpost for the knight, exactly. Because this becomes a weak pawn, it's a backward pawn.
Yeah.
But the big problem about the backward pawn, Bella, is not just that the pawn itself is weak, but the square in front of it becomes a very nice, strong square for the opponent.
Okay.
And Panchol takes advantage of it. And I think this can very easily have been part of the reason why he lost the game. So again, now we have an isolated pawn. That pawn is very strong. That knight is very strong on e4. Yeah, this is that isolated pawn is being targeted by the bishop.
They're putting pressure on it.
Mhm. Those two knights are becoming very nasty.
Yeah.
And oh, was this not just here? Was it not just a pawn?
Yeah, it was a free point.
Because the knight picks, and if you pick back, then this
City
one
knights,
falls.
yeah.
And that's the end of it, really. I didn't pick.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Ooh. Okay, actually, oh, Abel is white. So he had a very good
Yeah.
position. Why didn't he just pick? What did he miss? I wish I could ask him. All right, Bella, thank you very much. It's been a
Okay.
pleasure having you around and all the best. Looking forward to more great things from you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bella. Let's go back to our view of this is the this is the game between Julie and Joyce. It's a tough one, very tough game actually, and it seems as if Julie has just played the move f5, blocking the center. I'm not sure. Oh, that's a bad move because rook takes h6. Let me remove this. This is what I'm seeing. And then there's a move like this. Actually, not even that. This is the best move. This is a double check. And you have to be very careful where you're going to as black. Probably have to play this here. And unless you're getting checkmated here, which you are, so that doesn't work. Is that a checkmate? That is a checkmate. So that can't work. So where do you play after this check? This doesn't work because it's check. So you really can't pick after that. I don't think you can pick after. I don't think after this take you can pick this. Because after this check, what options do you have? If you play here, it's checkmate in one move. You can't play anywhere else. If you play here, it's check, mate. And if you play here, and if you play here, it's check, and mate. So, and I think the live position is this is what we have, and it should be checkmate in two moves. All lines, I think. So this is coming to an end very soon, and I'm going to enable sound near the board to see if the ladies are going to speak something, say anything. And there we see Julie has played king e6 without hesitation. Joyce sacrifices the knight on the move, and I think Julie is about to see resignation. Julie is about to resign. She's going to extend her hand any moment now. We'll see the resignation. King takes f5 because that allows. This is the only move the king cannot play anywhere else. And check the next step of the king. Check. So the only move is this, and this move is checkmate. So think we fill the designation. It's not designation. We really sort another thing. I think the time is taken is primarily just to make this with a difficult outcome. Position was not the earlier on, but then a couple of moves might come back to the game. How this here I'm sort of trying to bluff with a bit better. Yeah. Some active moves are necessary. Which is the mistake of making your pawns in that position. Alright, I think that has to be one of the last games. We'll go and check if there's any other game that is ongoing. I think there is a game that is ongoing. There's a game that is ongoing. This is between Ken Molo and Lonthon. Let's have a look at it, see if you can pick it. This is the game that is going on right now. The game between Gong and Gong and no, sorry, between John Paul and Ken Omolo. Ken Omolo is better, but his time is tight. It's down to 3 minutes so far. I don't know if you can see that in the view. It's down to 3 minutes. And that can be quite difficult. There's no increment here. Let's see how the game developed. It was a French defense. I think we looked at it up to this point. Something like this. Yeah, I do feel that Black should have taken this pawn in the center September, but they didn't do it before it was consolidated. Now White is much better. And actually, White played the perfect engine moves. Now the winning a pawn and sacrificing a piece. Oh, and strange that they played that move. Why not just? Ah, I see. The threat is that if you move your bishop away, say for example this, then this is what Black has in mind. That's a very strange, difficult move to deal with. So, but then there's this move. Let's see what happens. Defending the bishop, so this move is not possible. And that's it. Nothing else can work. Maybe this. Because now if you play this move, I think, does this work first? Mhm. And we stopped. Okay, that was a nice concept, nice idea. I think it's not easy to see with the very nice sacrifice. Gets back his piece immediately. And this kind of pawn break this is an instructive move because these pawns are very strong. These two pawns are very strong. Attacking the base of those pawns is quite important. The opponent has avoided a draw, and Ken Omolo controls the seventh rank, and that pawn is trying to make a queen. I wonder what would happen if he just played here right away. It's so strange. I'm not sure what would happen. It's a plan. This doesn't work. It's a check actually, so you can't. This is the reason. Okay. Very difficult kind of position, but time to calculate. These are all. This is the position. If you can look at the time, the position is now fairly equal, but time may not allow. Ken is just down to a minute. I think the time you're seeing is correct. Is down to a minute, ladies and gentlemen, and that may not be enough. But the position is fairly equal. I think in this position, you want to pick the pawn, the white pawn, and then what is left may just be, if you don't hang your piece, try and play fast. That 1 minute, 17 seconds, that increment is too little time. Once again, we're going to do a bit of QC, just confirm that the sound is back and running. I'm not sure why the sound was problematic earlier on. Of it touching sound. Once again, we're going to do a bit of QC, just confirm that the sound is back. And the sound is back, it's working. White has 12 minutes. Ken has just a few seconds. He plays knight to taking the rook. Okay. Of course, this you can expect that the pawn is going to move forward to e7. And what's the plan? Take it, I think. Oh, that's a checkmate threat. So you pretty much have, oh, what a move by Ken Omulo. What a move by Ken Omulo. I think now you have to get a perpetual with seconds on his board. With seconds on his board, he has got a perpetual, I think. With seconds on the board, because there's no way rook and knight, this is checkmate. This is a threat, ladies and gentlemen. Black wants to play rook to h2, and white has to find a draw. And the only draw is to play here check, and then queen if the rook is picked. So this is what I see. And if you are to pick, then you lose because of this check. So you may have to move out of the way. Now this is tricky. Now take the knight. That is too much. So let's see. How about after this check, if you just play here, what happens? Oh, the knight is falling. The knight is falling. The knight is falling. So the only move possible is after this is that you must play this move. What a move. Yeah. Black is going to lose in time. Black is going to lose in time. I wonder why it looks like my board is not moving. Okay, I can see them moving, even though they are moving very lightly. We've missed a couple of moves in the live board. Let's see what happened. Ooh, he decided to queen. This is an only move, I think. X here, X here. But how do you stop this pawn? You can't. And Ben and Ken plays the moves exactly as you're predicting. The moves are on the board. He has 50 seconds. He can win in this position easily. 50 seconds enough for Ken Omoni to win. Let me see if we can get sound next to the board. Very difficult question for white. It will be a very painful loss. He was winning on the board, winning on time, and he will be losing the position. That is what we're expecting. All the other games are finished. This is the live position on the board right now. 49 seconds for Ken. The only way to top this pawn is to give up your rook. The only way to top this pawn is to give up your rook. But even that doesn't work because rook to f1. If you play rook to f1 here, it will be taken, queen, and that's what is likely to happen. Yeah, the kinds of emotions that John Thorne must be going through. He can't be happy about this. It's quite unfortunate. His time is ticking down as well. He's now on 6 minutes. He's now on 6 minutes. The material is low on the board. Yes, there are all these checks you can try, but the checks don't seem like they can achieve much. I'm looking at, say, this king up. If you come back with a check, the checks are finished. Yeah, so this is the only reason why white may play on here is because of time, but the position is lost. Very painful, and fairly painful position. This he's done the check. Takes a few seconds off the clock. And the Mola should play quickly. That is not the correct move because the rook check comes in. And now there is that check, and the rook can come behind the pawn, and that is enough. Oh, what did he do? He allowed it's rook versus king. Okay, this is just one. Ken knows how to do this. There is no inversion there. He definitely knows how to do this. And he has time in the position. Sorry, let's get back to the correct picture on the board. That is what we have on the board. He has 18 seconds. I think the hook check is coming. Watch the time, ladies and gentlemen. Watch the time. It is best for black to take both of these white pawns. I think an argument is that he put the pawn on that square, which he didn't. And he didn't because you can watch it live. You can see that didn't happen. Can you see? Let's listen in.
And he's pressed my clock.
No, I will see. Okay, wait. I want to understand what's the issue. Who's making a complaint?
I've picked here, but he's pressed my clock claiming I've played here. So my clock is running.
No,
I've paused my clock.
It's okay. It's okay.
So, but
This
he's
game is
witnessed.
being broadcasted,
Yes.
so I just take from the computer.
Okay.
Okay. This is a move that has been played, so we continue from this position.
See, he's pressed my clock, what happens? Because he's made a false claim. He's made a false claim. And me have played here.
I
He's
want to
pressed my clock.
understand. I just want to ask a question. Who called the arbiter?
Him.
Okay, what was the question?
He was
What
claiming
is
I
the
played here. His claim was
Can
that. Sorry.
I want to understand. Don't move the piece because it's recording.
Okay.
Just tell me what is the issue. Just demonstrate to me.
Alicheza hapa kwanza.
Alicheza hapo. And then akakapture. Okay. Now
I stopped.
you
And then I stopped.
you stopped the clock.
He pressed my clock. The minute I paused, because my clock was running.
So did you stop the clock or you pressed?
No, I stopped.
He pressed. I'm the one who has paused it. You see, it is on my.
It's okay, Kenneth. I'll just listen. I just want to be very fair. I want to understand. You didn't press this clock. You're
Yeah, I
saying you
stopped.
didn't. You stopped here. Here. Then who pressed it? Because now it's showing me it's moved to play. Huh? No, it was. If it is your turn, it needs to be like this.
Okay, compress the one was paused it. You see, it is on my.
Just listen. I don't understand. You didn't press this clock.
Yeah, I stopped.
You stopped here. Here. Then who pressed it? Because now it's showing me it's moved to play. Huh? So it was. If it is your turn, it needs to be like this.
Compress the one was paused it. You see, it is on my. Just listen.
Sorry, I don't know whether you can hear us still, but what has happened is that we lost battery. Just let's see if this will work. And if you can get audio from here, so it will do.
Let's not start. I'll only have one at the left. The video is transmitting like
It was
until now.
right now. It was for a second.
Can I check the transmission?
Yes.
Sorry.
So we are joined by let's see. Yeah, let's see if we get this back. One moment, please. We try it off here. Yeah, we're gonna watch it as the other side. So with us, you can see Dennis, what is going on?
There is a complaint that has come up from the player who's playing black. He says that there was an illegality. I've confirmed on the digital board that there is no illegality. I just want to a second assurance from the live stream that it's an illegal claim. Now, what happens when you make an illegal claim?
Yes.
Then normally penalized.
Okay. So you want us to check the time?
Yes.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Okay, we can move it forward.
Yeah. that position. That's
moment. Let's do what do you call? Let's look at it together. Waiting for feedback. We are trying to assess whether any method is in G4 or not. Very keen thing. We cannot have it. So it is what we are trying to establish, that we are trying to establish something like that. They will just now come back to assess to see whether that's exactly Kenny has 10 seconds on the will be
Okay. We have checked this game from the live feed,
and you can also check it on YouTube. From what you can see, you let the rook go on this point. Then you picked again and then you picked here.
And you got?
From what we can see on the live feed, on the camera, yeah, you brought the rook here, you let go. After letting go, you picked again, then you picked this point.
I picked what?
From what I think I can demonstrate on this.
I played left, then played again.
Yes.
I played twice.
Yes, we've tried even doing that video on a slow motion. It was a quick action. I don't know if it will interfere with that. So rook comes until here, then releases, then picks again very quickly and plays back here.
Picks what quickly?
You put the
Where was his king?
No, this is the position.
Yes.
This is the position. Okay, so the game now continues from this point.
But on the other hand, he pressed my clock. As he was arguing, he pressed my clock, and my clock was running as he's arguing. I realized and paused the clock.
Okay, so number one,
there's my time that if at all, that's what happens when somebody is running a clock, and instead of calling the arbiter, he's running your clock and engage you because the time continues running.
So my next question will be, after this point, after he pressed the clock, did you make another move?
Which other move?
After he this is a move. We're arguing now from this position.
Did I make another move?
Was there any other move that was made? If there was another move that made, then his claim is now refuted. But you didn't make any other move at this position. That is when you paused the clock.
That's why.
Because
you place it here and then you capture again.
You go. Just hold on. It's okay. My argument is,
Yes.
I'll go very all over it and then
Okay, fine.
go through it so that we understand we're on the same page. The illegal move that is being claimed is this rook was somewhere here.
Yes.
Rook plays here. There is evidence that the hand goes off, then immediately touches back the rook and captures back. Okay, so that is an illegal move. His illegal move comes in next by pressing this clock. On such an instance, I go with the first illegal move first. That's okay. So the position now continues from this position.
So this remains here.
What? This is where you left. This piece, from what we viewed on the video back there, there is evidence that this piece there was a detaching between the hand and this rook. So we go by this particular move at this position.
So that is the position.
Yes, this is the position. Then we continue from that.
But he's pressed my clock and ran down my clock.
Okay, fine. So are we first in agreement that this is where we are picking the game from?
We can pick no if that's your argument. The
It's not
question
the
is,
argument. We are basing our argument based on two things. We have a live recording that is over here, and then we have what we are decoding from the digital. And this is what we go by because it's what is recording. The computer will always record the last move that was played. So if you play here and you release it, it does not decode this because you didn't press the clock. Had you pressed the clock at this point, it's when now it decodes. But since you pressed the clock when this move was here, then that is what is recording this move directly. Can we take that position? Why we get it?
if you make a you pick there.
Now,
What normal have a digital board. Press.
if I make a move, I'll demonstrate on this.
Okay.
If I make a move and do
Leave it on F5.
yes,
Yes.
it's going to the folder I've made this.
F5, yes.
However, if I retract and play here,
Yes.
yeah, I want to go in this
Yes,
position,
yes,
it will
yes.
still bring back the arrow. But if I press the clock, this is a lamp.
That will
another can give me an illegal that edge. That's how we are able
Sorry, we have lost the batteries off again, guys. Apologies. Give
Initially,
it
when you are saying
3
that,
seconds.
that
Let's see if we can cut the
ukiangalia
sound
ukiangalia
as it is.
Yes,
kwa transmission
yes,
that have picked
Yes.
and it has recorded,
yes.
you see it.
It picks from at this point, at this junction, it press the clock.
Okay, hold on then. This clock. So then who has pressed it? If I'm the one who has
The
pressed
zone
it.
is pressed.
Yes.
This is the second illegality. This is
Yes.
first illegality. because he's pressed the clock
Yes.
to claim his intention was to claim an illegal move, which he has claimed an illegal move. The illegal move was my opponent played here, released,
Yes.
then played here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then he pressed here instead of stopping the clock. And
Yes.
now you are 2 seconds, because from what you can see on the live recording,
Yes.
your clock was on 15 seconds,
Yes.
but now it's on 13 seconds.
Yes.
So already we can tell, and again, you're not the one who pressed on this end, so I can only assume he's the one who pressed that.
Yes.
So now I want you to understand, are we first in agreement? This is a position we're working with.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I want now to just back off. As we're going to exit for a minute. I want to consult about something, then I come back.
Very well.
This was okay. So, guys, let's just exit.
Excuse. Are the players allowed to have the benefit of this?
Yeah, it's true.
The
Yes.
video.
Yes.
Now.
We shall. Just allow me to consult,
Consult,
make a
okay.
decision on this,
Okay.
then I will can. That's okay.
Okay.
So interesting conversation going on now. I sort of feel that you still have had the conversation because I can see the camera link looks like it's still connected. So you've gotten a chance to hear what's going on. The question is whether, and we'll get our sound back just now, we'll get everything back just now, even video in 30 seconds, 3 seconds, against. Let's hope that is it.
Okay, I'll make the decision and then we'll both of us go and confirm that from on our end.
Sorry?
I'll make the decision, or rather I'll give what the stand is, then we'll go and watch just as you're talking about it. Now, you're claiming an illegal move based on another illegal move.
Me claim.
This is an illegal move. Okay, whatever you are claiming is an illegal move. Him pressing here is illegal. That's what I said. This is already an illegal move for
Yes.
him. I needed to confirm, can I penalize an illegal move with another illegal move? Because it means I am penalizing him based on your illegal move. I'm only permitted to penalize one illegal move. So then that claim is refuted, then we stick with this illegal move. I add him 2 minutes.
What claim is refuted?
Your claim of him pressing here, which is okay, it is an illegal move. We do accept it's an illegal move. But now you're not.
But you see, this is time. This is time, not a move. You see, the move I've really made is not per se.
Stopping the clock, not him.
You see by him pressing here. By him pressing here, it's already an illegal move.
So okay, let me ask
Because
you.
he's pressed here.
If I kept quiet and the time went and ran out,
Yes.
what happened?
What do you mean if you kept quiet and
He's pressed my clock.
we go back to the original position? So I'm going to give you your extra 2 minutes. Because for my recording you have 15 seconds.
From the
Yes, and that's what I want us to walk around and
Okay, fine.
Are you okay? Let's just go on.
I think the players are coming over to see the DGT now, to see the playback. So this is, you can expect the players coming in right now. Let's get ready. Can't be expecting the players here in a minute. again if Dennis is joining us. Dennis, maybe an update to the people who are watching.
If they are trying to hear
Watching, just pay attention and see messages that I got from. It's very important and
It is done.
Yes, it is done.
Please give 15 minutes.
But we just hold on. On the board there, on the screen, his king is here.
Yes, this is the position of the king. This is the position of the king.
We just come. I've just. Sorry.
He saw that I was here. He saw that I was meeting. He saw that I was here. See? Please record.
Somebody to record, come.
Seconds, you say.
No.
Okay. They've been consumed.
It's fine. Please do not move. Continue. You ready? You okay? Go on. You ready? You ready, Ken?
Yes, I'm ready.
Very interesting position. I want to check whether we have. Sorry, we have to go to the board on this side now. These guys. We have to go to the board on this side, meaning we have to exit this. And go back here. Hopefully, the position has been reset. This is where we go. What is the position? So I can see the time has been set to 15 seconds as well for Kenneth. They're back. So this is checkmating in 10 seconds, and I think he can do it. who is about to make a queen, and then quite a dramatic hand, but the time is quite what has happened. Oh, we are missing our camera. Our camera is goodness gracious, we are missing something very important. This is sorry guys, we're looking for the correct thing and it's missing. CJ Recap is asking what is John's claim. John was claiming that Kenya just do some GIF and put text. So to be clear, this position is completely wrong, but it's playing that clip. So what is the here? Ken is moving his hands where there is no problem. Maybe you can check it. Let's tell you what will happen wherever white plays complicated because just one queen and maybe checkmate. His movement back to setting this up. And we're expecting a very interesting end there. The controversy. Glad to have the camera.
And discussion.
Yeah, the rook, I think he has a very straight line.
But then you kind of complicate the position. You don't beep. So that's what we landed the thing.
Yeah, from this position it's just winning.
This is just winning.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Is that the move you're referring to? Or is there something else?
After knight b5 check. For knight b5 check, then king is 6. He was just supposed to play with
I'd be happy to see it. Sorry, Alan. I keep forgetting that you're an arbiter, but Alan is a big photographer who keeps and Alan, do have a set you've been assisting us. You are the big poncho in photography in chess. Any comments?
With this one, I think sometimes controversy brings interesting chess,
Mhm.
like this one.
Mhm.
At least you've learned something.
Mhm.
It's good to have records from chess
Mhm.
where one can come and refer.
Mhm.
It's a good example to the
Mhm. Mhm.
It was a good example that
Mhm.
at least you need to improve on
Mhm.
live streaming and
Mhm.
people to actually subscribe to
Mhm.
channels so that they can actually engage more and see how what happens.
I like what you said there. People should subscribe. And right now, I'll surprise you. We're having the most viewers I've ever seen in a live stream at 10. So please, hopefully, we can look back to this and say a little bit more. It's been a fantastic event. If you're watching us, I think before I let go this senior guys here, we can take some time to look at the final.
Realized that about 15 seconds.
Mhm.
So I think I made a move. I didn't realize that I'd left the piece.
Mhm.
It's when now the decision or he made a claim
Mhm.
that I've left the piece. I should leave it there. So he called the arbiter, but prior to calling the arbiter, I pressed my clock, so my clock was running. So
What-
I paused the clock.
Was it important? You had 13 seconds, rook versus king.
Important about?
Would it have made a difference whichever way they rolled? Because I've seen your clock speed, man, is fast. You can play a whole game in 10 seconds.
Not really, but I think at that in the end there,
Mhm.
I think I was kind of in a panic after because I was to queen. I was to get a queen,
Mhm.
but for some reason I forgot and let it exchange. Then we remained with the rook.
Yeah.
Yes, so I think maybe under that time pressure is when because I think in my mind I had calculated that he's going to move. He's going to play the king away.
Yeah.
Actually, here
In this position.
in this way, when he checked me,
Mm-hmm.
I played, attacked the rook.
Mm-hmm.
He picked check.
Yeah.
That's how he won there. That's what I underestimated. Then I pinned. Yeah.
Yeah, but
How to have queened, really.
mm, but I mean, it's unforgivable because I think you had 17 seconds here. So this and the knight is a tricky piece.
Yes, I
So
shouldn't have allowed that.
yeah, it's just fortunate that you had this move,
This
which
movie.
you found.
Otherwise,
You'd
I
have
might
been,
have been in trouble.
you'd have actually lost the game, I suspect.
Yes, yes,
If the
because of
king
the
was anywhere
time,
else, yeah.
I wouldn't have had enough time to go grab those pawns with the knight
Yeah.
around it.
Mm.
I think it was almost fortunate.
Yeah, but you played here. I mean, in those few seconds, just cut off the king. Very interesting way to
Yes.
play. And
I was waiting for him to push, then
Mm.
I hold that square. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, but maybe you should have pushed here.
Sorry?
Maybe you should have pushed here. This is when you should have pushed.
Yeah, to liquidate.
This is where you should have pushed. Yes.
Yeah, with a
Because-
check.
Yeah, with the check.
So
Just
that
because of time.
it gives me a hard time now trying to
Checkmate him.
checkmate with
Yeah, the rook only.
alone. Yeah,
Yeah, so that's probably, but still, it's checkmate. I think 10 seconds may still work.
may still work.
Yeah, but it's a very difficult one. Any particular point in the game where you felt that maybe things were not so rosy? I think there was a time.
I think in this position,
Mhm.
to me, the position is lost.
For you?
Yes,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
he underestimated this pawn. All he needed to do in this position
Mm.
was to simply play a3.
But if plays a3, does it? Oh yeah, you cannot pick.
Yes,
Just a3.
a3 is simple.
Simple chess.
So then it doesn't allow. So I was
Oh, but
considering
look
this.
at what this. Look at this move.
I was considering that.
Mhm.
I was considering that.
Mhm.
I don't know how good it is. Check.
The computer says it's equal.
I considered that for a long. That's what made me spend a lot of time. I considered picking this.
Yeah, but it's equal.
Really.
Really. A very interesting
But
sacrifice.
my worry was this pawn would queen. That was my worry.
Yeah, okay, maybe long term.
Long term.
And
that
maybe
was my
time.
worry.
But what happened here?
Ah.
You sacrificed a piece.
Yeah, I saw it was the only way I could do it.
And surprisingly, that piece sacrifice. What did he play? He made a mistake here.
Actually, at the end, he should settle for a draw.
No. Here he should play this move.
Actually, that's I saw that. I considered that.
You consider that move? Then what will you play?
I was thinking I play. Can't I just?
Terence don't go.
Oh, he'll pick. Push.
Very interesting sacrifice, really, that you played. But interesting game, Ken. I thought there was a time early on in the French when you had an opportunity to do something different, but you didn't do it. Very, very early here.
Where?
In this position. This position. Here.
DC.
Yeah, DC.
Oh.
Do you understand why? Because you should.
Let me see. Yeah, so that we are now. He has that weakness.
He has that weakness. D4 is weak.
Goes after knight c4.
Is weak forever.
C6,
Yes.
is weak forever.
Yeah, it's weak forever. So, but then you allowed these exchanges. But anyway, many roads lead to Rome. I thought that was a pretty bad one to allow this, but yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's Ken Omolo, very, very strong player. Boss, you're older than me. You're still playing competitively. What is the secret?
Actually, I'd been on a sabbatical for a while, but I've decided to try and play on a bit.
Yeah.
Just because I think I realized that I've played a couple of tournaments and I've realized I'm a bit rusty.
Yeah.
So I decided to at least.
The young people may think that you're a weak player.
So I found that I'm a bit rusty. So I decided I play a couple of tournaments to renew my rust. Actually, in our game with Joyce, that is an issue of rust also, because I was just to simply trap her knight. But I went for attacking a bishop. Then she came up with some sacrifice that I had underestimated. Then I was in a total bind.
Which one? Was it on the DGT boards?
Yes, it was on the DGT.
Which round?
Round 5.
Round 5. Let's see if we can find.
No, 4.
Round 4. 1 moment. This one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you're saying? The London. Keep going forward.
Yeah. Just towards the end.
So fast events.
And actually, even in this position earlier, I was considering I should perhaps pick that and put pressure on this pawn.
Yeah, that.
So it becomes more like a Benoni. So I should have exchanged here.
That's what you mean, pick here.
Yeah, pick there and that kind of.
And put pressure along that open file.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And a kind of.
The engine is saying not different from what you had in mind. I mean, what you played eventually. A lot of space. But you seem to be better here. Marginally.
Yes, that and that.
The level of players is really good, actually.
You see here, I should just play h6. Now I was torn between now h6 or h4. So I played h4, which was not bad. Which allowed this No, I played night there first.
Mm-hmm.
Then she played there. Though here she now attack. So it allowed her to go there.
Wow.
Yes.
And are you forced to pick?
Yes. You see now this is Meti with you. And actually she missed Meti. Actually she can go here. My king has to go there, then that is lost. Her rook picked was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, me at Sydney, she can play here and pick.
You
My rook f6
this?
was no there. No, sorry, take back. So, rook f6 was okay.
Rook f3?
Yeah, rook f3. Yeah. It's 13-1. I don't know why she didn't see this after
Okay.
pick.
Mm-hmm.
After pick there,
Mm-hmm.
I picked here. She should just checkmate there. She should check.
Okay.
She should check first,
Mm-hmm.
then mate with that.
Yeah.
F6.
Yeah. But again, as you said, keep chess simple.
Yes,
No need
yes.
to look for very many complicated things. But
Exactly, yes.
what a move! Congratulations, Luis Leroy. So winning in a way that makes
And you
sense.
see this position, I'm like whatever. It's mate down there.
Yeah. Wow. This happened on the board.
Yes, yes, yes.
Good spot allowing that to happen.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Ken. I think it's been a great tournament. Congratulations. I think
Thank
you're
you.
finishing amongst the top players.
I see.
All the best. I want
Thanks
to
a lot
invite
also for your time.
Terence Chazima, who's one of the big honchos in chess.
Asante.
So, oh, sorry. Thank you. Terence, karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Please introduce yourself, and you'll be speaking on behalf of Chess Kenya, by the way. So this is why you are seated here.
Hi, Daktari.
Mhm.
My name is Terence Chazima. I'm the Deputy Treasurer, Chess Kenya Federation.
Now, Terry, the reason why I'm sitting here is because traditionally in Africa, what has been is that sports federations have been fairly poorly run. That is the truth.
Mm.
But chess is doing something different. What is the secret?
Secret is teamwork, and then planning, strategic planning, and seeing what the future holds is what chess.
Sorry,
is.
I have to explain to the viewer. You see, over the last 6 or so years, chess in Kenya has witnessed a massive boom. A lot of new players have come into play. The prize fund for the national championship has gone up. I won the national championship in 2018. I got 70,000 Kenya shillings, approximately $700. And then 2 years later, then the prize fund, actually the year after 2019, the prize fund went up to a car that is about $10,000. And then that has been consistently the thing that we're seeing. We have a team of juniors now who are extremely strong. We have continental championships sitting in, and chess has had a lot of progress. And we are seeing that is due to good leadership. We are seeing good leadership works. And this is the team that is in. And this is why I'm asking him, why is chess different? Why are they not looking to make themselves rich and make everybody else suffer?
It's because of the love of the game, first. Mm-hmm. Secondly, we sat as a team and we decided the way forward on how we are supposed to what our strategic plan is all about. And we are trying to follow the strategic plan up to the goal.
Wow. I think I want to say thank you on behalf of everybody who's a chess parent, chess player. I think maybe the whole country should see what good leadership does. It confirms a good name is better than silver and gold, because we hold you guys in good regard. In high regard, you've done a good job for the country. What's next? Anything interesting coming up?
Next, tentatively, we have the nationals for the juniors. So we've done regionals. They started way back in February. Some regions like Coast Province, they did around February 8th. Some are doing this weekend, and others are doing next weekend. Kajiado did theirs yesterday. So next weekend is the final deadline for all the regional qualifiers for the youth. These youth are going to qualify for the nationals, which will be held in Mangu High School. and that we've lowered the grade. Not really, we've maintained the grade that we've saying. Basically, it's 2 points just to make it to the nationals. So we are expecting a very big crowd from here. An estimate of about 6,000 young people going to fight for honors at the national championship at Mango High School. Then after that, we have there's a team that is going to Serbia this month to present Kenya. They were the winners, number 1 and 2 of the previous championship for kids, the only held in Mango. So then we have the Kenya Open, which we hope if we get the sponsorship that will go through. Then there's World Rapids in August. We are hoping to take a team there. There's so many good goodies for chess people. So I'll urge all of you, anybody who's having a child, or even if you're aged, like me, you see me, I'm a veteran. Past that, I can call myself a veteran, but I'll still be playing in the Kenya Open if it's going to be there, and any other tournament that comes about.
Kenya Open happening?
Yeah, tentatively, I would just put
as the something development. And realistically, Easter if it happens.
Yes, it should be definitely Easter if it happens. If it happens.
So DDD are watching no camping or DDD team because Kenya Open camping wins.
And the last thing I forgot to say, those people who are going to qualify from Mango, the best in their categories, we're going to Mombasa for the national championship now.
Right. The level of support that Chess Kenya gives to Team Kenya is phenomenal. We appreciate it as parents. Keep it going. I think it's allowed more people to come into chess and for it to make money. Terence, any final words?
Final words, chess is the future. We are growing at a phenomenal rate. And hopefully maybe next year, these nationals that we're talking about for juniors, it's going to be more than 10,000 schools that are going to be participating.
Indeed, guys, a very important point there. If you are, what can I say? If you are a sponsor, if you are a corporate or body, chess is very well run, no wrangles, integrity, good performance, good results, dedicated people. The only issues we have is maybe we miss a few DGT boards or someone claims a move here and so, but compared to how sports have been run in the past, I think here is a sport you'd want to have your brand identified with. Please come in and support. No organization is able to achieve good results without sufficient support from the corporate world, and we are counting on you support chess to move to the next level. It is very expensive.
It is
very expensive.
It is quite expensive to run chess, but basically, if you have the equipment and we have playing venue, definitely we can generate numbers for sports.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to be bigger than even maybe sports, soccer.
I can see the closing ceremony is being set. That is what we are seeing on the other camera right now. We may not join. The cameras are very nice. I wish Alan could move on and just show us the trophies. Huge trophies by Waridi Chess Ventures. I do not know whether it's too late to get Larry here to say something. It would have been amazing if Larry could come in and say something. But a big appreciation, I think, testament to the whole continent, actually, that when leaders take their role seriously, they do their part and do it well with integrity, then a lot can happen. So every development you've seen in chess from 2018, all the way to this current time, this has been actually God's grace that we got a good team of leaders, and by that good team of leaders, a lot has been possible, ladies and gentlemen. Santeni sana. It's been a pleasure. This is Dr. Victor Ngani, 2018 National Chess Champion, being joined by Deputy Treasurer Chess Kenya, Terence Chazima, Team Effective, who've been able to get us to a place where even these things are possible. We have DGT boards, live streaming. We have teams going to Serbia and different places. We have juniors who can look forward to chess. And chess has actually been instrumental in dealing with improving the social situation for many families. Terence, thank you very much. Asanteni sana. It's been a pleasure. I will keep the stream running for a few seconds simply because I will try and get Waridi Chess Ventures CEO to come and say something. But in the absence of that, it's been real. Asanteni sana. Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, nice.
Thank you. Now is Larry Kambi. Larry Kambi is the founder of Waridi Chess Ventures.
That's very correct.
Okay, so just as I bring you on board because we are speaking and people cannot really see who I'm speaking with, and I'll just give you a mic here.
All right.
So, Larry, very successful event, highly praised on, and Waridi Chess Ventures has been quite instrumental in the last couple of years as well. You've done quite an amazing thing. You have two children who are also very, very good, Jeremiah and I think Angel was doing this event. She had some good results as well. Tell us a bit about, and even did you say that you're also a national champion?
I was former national champion in 1990. It was not easy to become a national champion that time. Of course, we didn't have computers. We didn't have this advantage, but we really enjoyed reading the books. Like one of the books which made me probably, for lack of a better word, an animal of the chessboard was Bobby Fischer's 60 Memorable Games.
So I can see Alan is picking us up, and then maybe just a step back. This is, you can see what we are doing in the background. This is our stream setup, which Alan is showing you as we carry on, so we don't keep Larry for a very long time. Alan is showing us what exactly it takes for this to be going. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So I was 1990 national chess champion. We had some stalwarts in chess like Humphrey and Dolo, John Clement Miheso, who he was the national champion at some point for a very long time. But we had the dream of Kenyan chess that time. Very interesting times, yes. And I think because of that particular background and history, and the way we were reading, it's still active in my system. I think you've seen me play some interesting games also. So I enjoy playing chess. It's quite interesting at this particular level, and even to actually see very young kids playing very chess here. I've actually bridged the gap. In fact, I'm telling people to stop calling young kids play chess against the opponent. Yes, because I think it's going to become very embarrassing. Because you've seen people like Kanye, they don't on chairs, maybe. But after that,
Larry, I'm going to break because very interestingly, you are one of the players, and we'll come back to that very interesting point. The trophies that you offer, look at that trophy. Why this? Why this? Before we come back to Manyeki's
particular trophy,
Mhm.
particular trophy, we really appreciate what the corporates are doing, and corporates is the way to go to really bring the gap between the advantage and disadvantage. Yes. So we thought also of their efforts in the cabinet, they can celebrate something with something when the customers come, reflects on what they're doing, giving back to society. So that trophy, I got it with the mind that will have many corporate organizations coming, so that when they win it, it can also reflect partnership.
That's a big trophy. I think that even the big sports will be happy to get that. But you're saying something very important that I interrupted sort of the juniors. Someone like you mentioned Manyeki.
Yes. We have a very interesting event. And I'm very happy now. The exodus of the players to Kenya to come and collect the prize fund has been stopped by these juniors. Using they don't let people like whatever they are, IMs or whatever. And
they win the games this matter.
Yes. And I like that because Kenya is in safe hands. You know, there's a point we were worried because we had a particular group of people winning games all the time. We could predict. But nowadays, you can see there's how is sister. There's Elizabeth Cassidy, Jamie,
about 50 or so odd children.
Yes, and I was discussing with the president of Kenya at some point, and they said, and I can see he's implementing it, that after the nationals, let's keep some fun aside for chess holiday, specialized training. We have training here, but we want to engage GMs who will raise the level our base in terms of training, our trainers, and so will benefit all of us. The trainers themselves, and even our children. Because now it's the time to make Kenyans also at the top, the top of the pyramid, make a difference in Africa.
So Waridi Chess Ventures on the groups that's training near chess. How does the parents watching now? Get in touch with you. How do they link up?
Yeah. Okay. If you go to the internet, you search for Waridi Chess website.
We'll do that live actually.
Yes. It's not a complete site. I'm sure you can have a Waridi Chess, and then you'll see what. So we at Waridi Chess Academy, we're also trying to do something. We want to teach kids that there's something beyond chess. Chess can propel you in real life to make a difference. To become a champion in your area of interest, the God-given gift you've been given, whether you're going to be a farmer or whatever you're going to be, chess will help you with that. But we want chess players also to be able to socialize and fit into society and add that extra value because of chess.
Larry, it's been a pleasure. It's been a long one, but grateful that it's gone well. I think one of the most, and even for us in the streaming side, we are trying to improve progressively.
Yes.
I think this is now a step ahead of what we did last time, and you continue to improve. Thank you for this opportunity. We hope that this kind of initiative also helps if you can comment it and capture the moment in history.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to congratulate you because I think it's a passion. And this is going to put records nicely in history of Kenyan chess. And also, I'm sure you're going to bring so many views around for the sake of the development of this game. So I think everybody's going to calling. I think you're doing very well here. If you ask me to do this, probably I won't have that time. But I'm doing something else on the ground and somebody else arbitration. And yes, Kenya is in safe hands now. What we need is to